So for many years I was just doing spraying in my yard with a hand can, nothing more than a few weeds here or there that I would spot spray. This year when I started real mowing, I also got into using growth regulator. That needs to be blanket sprayed over larger areas, so I knew that I needed a backpack sprayer. Early in the spring I bought this Chapin model and I used it for most of the beginning part of last season. Things were working great, everything was going well with it until about midsummer when one day I was spraying and I noticed that it was leaking all over the place. So today we're going to try to figure out what happened with it and what might need to be fixed. So the first place they told me to start was right here. Take this thing off and we should be able to see underneath here if this thing is not clamped in there anymore, if it's loose or what's going on with that thing. So that's where I'm going to start. Now we have to be a little bit careful because this wiring is for the battery and we don't want to pull that out of there. Let's go ahead and loosen this clamp right here and then I will clamp it back on and just make sure that that's tight. Then we'll put a little bit of liquid in there and see if we can figure out where it's leaking. So I don't know if you can see that very well, but the pump is not turning off when you release the trigger and it's still leaking. So I'm going to try to take that piece back off now and see if I can figure out where it's coming from. But I didn't see anything in there really that was evident when I first took it apart, so we'll see what it looks like now. I'm not going to dig into it at this point any farther than that before I get back with the company and see what they want me to do, because I feel like it's just some kind of malfunction and we're probably going to have to get a replacement unit. Right, so here's where we're at with the sprayer. They told me that I would have to pay to ship it back to them. They would then check on it and see if it was covered under warranty or if it wasn't. So unfortunately I know that this is the way that a lot of warranties work now, but I'm not real happy about that, because I just feel like if I send it back, really they can come up with any kind of thing that they want to say and not cover it. Now I would hope that that doesn't happen, and I'm not accusing them that they're going to do that, but you really have no way of proving to them that it wasn't anything that you did, even though, like I said, I used this thing less than 10 times last year, and it wasn't every day, it wasn't for hours at a time, it was for very limited time. So I'm kind of disappointed in how that's worked out so far. So for me, I feel like I have a responsibility because I'm making these videos for all of you, and when I put my name to something and have it as a recommended product on my Amazon influence page or whatever the case is, when I make a video and I recommend a product to you, I take that responsibility very seriously because I want to make sure that what I'm recommending to you is good quality, it's going to last for a long time, and it's going to last for the money that you paid for it. So I know that this is a little bit on the lower end of things as far as sprayers go, but I just feel like it should last a lot longer than that, and so maybe I just have a specific case here of one that just is not well made. There was some kind of malfunction. I'm not saying that you would have this specific problem necessarily, but unfortunately there was a lot of people that emailed me and said that they had a leaking issue as well. So I don't think it's maybe extremely common, but yet there is something going on with some of these, and so I just felt I had the responsibility here to at least tell you my experiences, let you decide for yourself if you want to take the risk on paying that or what you want to do with it. And I don't know what I'm going to do with mine yet. I haven't decided if I am going to ship it back or if I'm going to kind of try to dig into it more and see what I might do on my own. I haven't decided yet. But I do have another sprayer, and I got that from Sprayers Plus this past year. right around the time frame that this thing started leaking was when I got the other sprayer. I used that for the rest of the year, and so far I haven't done extensive testing, but I will be using it again this year, and that way I'll be able to give you a little bit better long-term plan on that sprayer. But the initial test for me, it was a lot more comfortable on your back, which is a big thing for me being a little bit of a smaller guy. And I liked it in general so far. So we'll see if there's any sort of issues with leaking or anything, but from what I know of people telling me their results from the Sprayers Plus thing, that they haven't had really too many issues with them. So that's the one that I recommend at this point. For you guys, it's a little bit more expensive right now. But again, hopefully I'll be able to give you some long-term testing on that. So thanks for watching this video. If you have any questions, comments, let me know. We'll see you next time.